Hey everybody, how's it going? Whoa, levels are crazy. Hey everybody, it's Joey. How's it going? I'm back in action. Um, saw the finale, the last part of Queen of Hearts Twin Peaks fan film. Um, Definitely did not see a lot of that coming. Wasn't sure which way it was going to go, honestly. Seemed like I thought it was going one way, and it went a little bit of a different way. And I like a lot of the decisions that were made. There's a little bit of subversion there, which I really, really love. Um, this is going to be chock full of spoilers, so if you have not watched part 5 yet, it's the finale. Go watch it and then come back and we could discuss it. But I just wanted to talk about it for a couple minutes before I headed out. Um, it was, this is definitely Queen of Hearts Twin Peaks fan film. This is Cameron's vision come to light. What he saw for Annie after the events of season 2, combined with a lot of the things brought to us in the return. But again, heavily focused on the original series and Fire Walk with Me. Annie is just she's uniting everybody. She's bringing everybody together, intentionally and unintentionally in some ways, and it could go back to sort of the Lynchian aspect of things just kind of end up working out in a strange way. There's like a serendipity to certain things, but it's all in this version. It's all kind of all these pieces are put into place by Annie, and there's even a level of I thought it was pretty cute. There's like a level of Doctor Who to this finale, with Annie kind of going in and out of time. She's jumping around a little bit. She's acting like the guardian angel, which I thought was a really nice detail, and I thought it was a cool thing to make Annie sort of an angel, like this time jumping in and out of time angel kind of thing. Just watching over people and kind of pushing things along, and I think that's something that character deserves. I mean, she does have the whole religious background. She was definitely one of the more pure, in some ways, characters from Twin Peaks. Definitely way more than Agent Cooper in a lot of ways. She just had sort of just the good heart, good pure, like, she was a good one. So she definitely fought for herself. She fought for the people she thought were important in her life, even despite the things she went through. And a couple of the twists I liked was her going to see Cooper when he was a kid, and they're just, he's eating his little sandwich, and she just goes and hangs out with him for a minute. I thought that was cool. I thought it was pretty funny too that he was wearing a suit at a young age, but he's been pretty proper his whole life. So I thought that was cute, and I really like the conversation she has with him later on, kind of when they're talking, as they're talking, and she says, "Look back." But the thing I like the most about that whole situation is the fact that Cooper wasn't the one for her at the end of the day. She in this version, Dean was the one that was there for her for all that time and took care of her while she was, going through it. So I like that addition. I like that there was a new dynamic. I like that whole kind of Dean was there for me. Dean is the one that wanted to take care of me. No ulterior motives. He just wanted to be there. He's a bookhouse boy to the end. And she jumps timelines and finds him, and hopefully they live happily ever after there. But as if you saw the finale, stuff goes down, and it leaves that kind of a cliffhanger, similar to the way the part 18 of the return goes, takes place. It seems like it picks up like a couple minutes after that ends, and it's just pretty striking to see that shot. So I thought that was really cool, and everybody in the costumes. And by the end of this, these are this iteration of the characters in this version of the world. You could interpret it as like a multi-version type of character set, since that is something that exists in the Twin Peaks universe, exists in our universe, if you want to argue that. But it's something that's really cool, and it could stand on its own, and it works with the original series and the original story and the original timeline, if you want to go down that route. I could talk a lot more about it. I kind of want to save and do a bigger video. Hopefully Cameron wants to talk more about it, but I urge you, if you have not seen it, or if you're waiting, or if you're just kind of skipping around and see what people say about it, that if you have not seen it, rewatch it. I really love the emotional beats of this film. I really love the music as well. I definitely want to sit down and go and rewatch all of it as one piece once that goes up. I think it was great to parse it out like this. Kind of could meditate on it and rewatch it. Usually with the end of each release of each part, I would go and rewatch it and then watch the new part, just so I could tie everything together. In the beginning of this finale, there was a lot. It was very quick. A lot of stuff happened very fast. A lot of references, a lot of things you had to be in the know a little bit, or at least very familiar or remember a lot of the stuff that happened in the previous versions, or the previous parts of the film, and stuff that just happened in Twin Peaks. Moved very quickly. One part that I thought was hilarious. And again, I'm jumping around a lot. I'm just trying to remember some of my favorite parts. Is when Annie jumps the timeline before she goes to talk to Cooper. And he's coming in for his coffee, as he does on that day. And she tells him Wyndham Earl is sitting right there. You take him in. Which, in the original show, it's so cheesy. The fact that he's sitting right there, and, nobody or Cooper doesn't realize, but she's like, come on, like, he's right there, take him in. And so that whole thing is done. He doesn't have anything else to do in that iteration of the universe. After Leland goes, then we get into the whole Wyndham Earl thing, and then if there's no Wyndham Earl, the rest of season 2 doesn't really happen, and there's no real big, as far as we know, there's no other big case to go on, so Cooper can kind of go back to whatever life he wants. Obviously, he was still interested, or he was starting to be interested in Annie a lot more, but he didn't really. He might not have a reason to stay in Twin Peaks, and he doesn't get stuck in the lodge, and he just, I don't know, the door's wide open. Maybe he is tethered to Twin Peaks regardless of what universe he's in. Maybe it's just a fixed place for this person, depending on what kind of rules you want to go on, and how everything is connected. Maybe Cooper's always meant to be in Twin Peaks at this point in his life. I would like, I know it would never happen, I would like to see more, maybe even a small epilogue or something from this, to kind of see where these characters end up in a way, or just, I don't know, maybe Cameron could write something out for us, because I'd really like to see these versions of the characters more. I know this was definitely a big labor of love for the show, for the property, for the characters, for the fans. So it's been a couple of years, but I'm glad it finally it's all out. It's all out, and I'm sure there's plenty more that didn't make the final cut. But it's congratulations to Cameron, the cast, and the crew. You guys did it. through thick and thin, all the issues you guys had in the production process. You made the damn thing, and it exists now for everybody to enjoy. And I've seen all the comments. People are seeming like they love it for the most part. So that's super exciting. I'm glad it's finally out. I'd love to discuss it more. I definitely want to rewatch the whole thing because there's definitely some stuff I want to revisit before we do a big talk about it. And I want to talk to Cameron about it. And it'd be great to talk to some of the cast too if they're available at some point in the near future. But let me know what you thought of Queen of Hearts in the comments below. Let me know your favorite scenes from any of the parts or from this part in particular. What are your feelings? What are your thoughts? What are your theories? There's a lot happening, and especially in this finale. So let me know what you think. And I'm sure we'll talk Queen of Hearts very soon. I just want to see that full cut. And then maybe after that we'll do, one of our hour specials, like the good old days. But until then, thank you everybody for watching. Subscribe if you're new. If you came here through the Queen of Hearts movie, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this reaction video, review, whatever you want to call it. And I'll see everybody really soon. Have a good week.